see it as a no deal. I dread, you know, it's just obviously still up in.
Morning.
Cold this morning.
Chilly.
And I'll play golf with them.
Good morning everyone, my name is Thomas Pemberton. It is the 8th of August, which means it is Farm 24. I'm going to tell you more about Farm 24, but first, gotta get a brew. The art of a good brew is cow selection. It does not get fresher than that. I challenge you to make a better brew than a coffee with milk straight from the cow. Amazing. Right, I might actually get these units on now. Farm 24. What is it? Farm 24 is something the Farmer's Guardian decided to pick a day in August and we celebrate everything to do with farming. So what you use is hashtag Farm24 on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, share it about. We just promote the goodness that farming does for everything and the good that farmers are doing. What I am going to do today is a day in the life of a farmer. I'm a farmer, I have a day, so it's going to be my day. I'm going to record everything I do today and put it in a nice short video of everything we do, and I can celebrate everything I do, everything you guys do, and just kind of promote farming and what good we do. What I'm inviting you guys to do is do the same. Hashtag Farm24, hashtag Farmer's Guardian. You can even put Defra in there as well. I'm working with them today. What we're doing is just promoting farming. The favourite tweets, Instagram photos, Snapchats, I will share on my personal Instagram and I'll share it from you. So tag me in it, hashtag 24, and I'll share it as well. Right, let's crack on, milking some cows, and then we've got plenty of other jobs to do all throughout the day. You got it one. So I work alongside my father, who's holding the camera. We milk the cows in the morning, in the afternoon. Dad helps me feed the calves. But obviously, father's knees, who's 62, typical farmer, has new knee. Is getting a bit tired. I try and carry the heavy buckets, and he carries the light bucket. That's the way it works anyway. And then how we do this is we give him about half a bucket, which is 2.5 to 3 litres morning and night, just like that. That bucket's not in there. She's kicked it out of nice warm milk. So you'll see here, come over here, Father. He's not used to being a cameraman. So you'll see here, we've got them all on buckets, but this one here had a swollen saliva gland. So I had a bit of an issue drinking out of a bucket, so we put it on a teat. It's doing really well. It's now caught up. It got a little bit behind. It's now caught up, doing really, really well. And it's time to move it into the bigger pens very soon. These are the beef cattle, so we can get away with giving them a little bit more. And the one at the end was called Imo. You'll see Imo in a year. So the guy that milks me at the weekend, this was born on his daughter's birthday. I think it was her 60th birthday. It was born at she was giving us a bit of a hand on that day, so we named it after her. Feeding calves in the morning is a perfect time. These guys want a cake. Perfect time to see if all your calves are nice and healthy. You got to make sure they're all drinking. Got the head in the bucket, which is just a calf like this, a little bit steady. Just tip the bucket through it. All drinking, perfect. That's what you want. Those guys are balling because they know when these guys get fed, they get fed. Also, what I'm going to do is feed the guys with big horns. We have 8 of pedigree Scottish Highland. We have a few sheep, we have a few horses. We are a farm shop. Our farm shop is the back of there, and what we encourage people to do is go for the farm shop. There's the back door, and then we have like a viewing area. So we've got the Highlands that are running here. We've got park benches so people can have their lunch, have their ice creams, and they can look on the cows going out. The cows are going to go out there by the time I finish milking. There's where the cows go graze, so people can kind of see what we do on the farm. We try to be really transparent in what we do, so we can show everyone everything that goes on behind the farm gate. Come on, can't feed these ones. There you go, guys. We have bigger Highlands around the front with the 2 calves, and these are the middling ones, due to see the bull in the next couple of weeks. Very exciting. I'm going to go back to milking cows, but yes, just wanted to show you the feeding the calves, feeding the Highlands in the morning, loads of other stuff. Right, let's get back to milking some cows. Beautiful morning. Wake up in the distance. Me and Dad always have a chat in the morning.
Father and I have a chat.
So we have a catch-up chat, what's going on, how the cows going. So Dad gets the cows up, normally feeds the calves, I milk the cows.
Just a little chat what we're going to do for the rest of the day and how we're doing the day, weather's reasonable. But also I'll go move the electric fence now ready for tonight. So they've got grazing just in case something crops up while I've got a bit of time. Pick up the fencing unit, finish that field. Whether we use the fencing unit again or not this year made us field graze, because there isn't as much grass and we have to get a bit of slurry out. And hopefully in the next 10 days we'll be looking at siloing again, and next 4 nights so the cows have got more acreage to roam over.
So this is all the discussions that we have every morning to just kind of see how we are the next day, the next day, the next day. Right, Dad's going to go get that fence up, ready for grazing tonight, and I'm going to carry on milking.
And as I always say, I have a 3 minute, 3 hour, 3 day, 3 week, 3 year plan, and that's what you're planning for all the time. 3 years
there you go.
For the time he serves a cow till we milk a cow.
And again, if you haven't heard this before, Dad doesn't know what a quick segment is, likes to chat on. You'll see I've got my headphones in. When I'm milking, I like to have the radio off and I like to just listen to podcasts. A really good podcast is Fieldwork or the other podcast that I like to listen to is Rock and Roller Podcast. It is a farming podcast, and every week there is a new guest on, and they just chat about what they do and kind of promote farming. So if you ever want to listen to a podcast about farming, we have the Fieldwork Podcast and we have the Rock and Roller Podcast. Check it out, see what you guys think. So that is the end of the milking. We're now washing the jars out, making sure everything's nice and clean for this afternoon. Gonna leave that on the cycle. And then, wow! What we've got in here is these are carving boxes right next to the parlour. This cow calved a while ago now, well, about a month ago. She had a sore foot, so instead of bringing it in and out every day, I'm gonna keep her in here for a couple of weeks. She was getting quite sore, so we've put 3 calves on her because she's giving a hell of a lot of milk. So I'm gonna bed her up, and this was another cow that wasn't just looking 100%, so kept her in on some straw bedding and some feed there. Get these 2 guys some feed, bed the pens up, and then by the time I've done that, this should be finished doing its cycle, and then yeah, time for breakfast.
Yeah, that's right.
Off myself some signs as well. We are back in farming today, 8th of August. First job after breakfast is move the crew. Don't know who the crew are, you're about to meet them. Saw the other 4 this morning, and then we're about to see the other guys. I left the water on the night before last. Did well, didn't I? It's a bit wet at the end, but they'll come out. Come on, guys. Come on. So here we've got Harriet, who's come first, and then we've got Minnie behind. These are the first 2 Highlands we got. The ones we saw this morning were the calves off these ones every year. So the 2 calves that have not actually come through yet, they're just pondering. They are their 3rd calves, and that's why those 2 over there can see the bull for the first time this year, which is going to be cool for next year. So we're going to have 4 more. So the Highland herd of 2, which was 4 years ago, is going to be 12 next year. So getting overrun with Highlands. Go on, guys. Come on in. Next job after those guys have moved. Normally we'd scrape the yard straight away, but I need to go put some beefers on a track that we share. They can go on a Wednesday and a Thursday. So today they are going on that track. But I'm going to do that straight away, then I'm going to scrape up and then feed those. But first we need some blocks, we need some cake, need to get them fed. You can probably hear the cows, because they know what happens every day. And what you'll find is that everything comes up, and the minute something doesn't come up and says hello to you, that means we've got an issue. This is our group of bulling heifers. We've got our Angus bull called Neptune. Everything looks good. There's nothing down the field. This is our bull, Mr. Neptune, and these are the girls that he's with at the moment. Just had some fresh heifers about 2 weeks ago. Living the dream, happy. We're now with the second group. So the group on the right is the youngest animals we have outside. They're balling because they know they're going to get fed. And you'll see that there's a little bit of a track on the left, and this is where we're going to put the cows today. I'm quite excited for it because it's exciting to see. It's exciting to know that the cows are going to be on some fresh grass and they're going to be really surprised and enjoy it. You'll see it all. Yeah, it's great. It's a great feeling. You'll notice as well where we feed the cows, always makes a bit of a mess. It's a bit annoying, I know. It's gonna happen. It keeps them nice and friendly, and you'll see they all run up, which means they're healthy and good. And this just gives them a bit more energy. It's really, really important to always keep gates shut as well, especially when you're putting stock in there, because then they'll just go everywhere.
When the storm wind blows, I'm the weather vane. Now I leave with what remains. A thick skin.
What I'm doing with this group as well is we've got a fly lick. So they'll lick this, it's garlic lick, and it'll detract the flies. And then what I've got in here is dry cows. So you'll see that I didn't actually feed these as much cake, probably like a quarter of a bag, just to keep them friendly, just to keep them coming up and make sure everything's okay. So the other one is, because I've got a few dry cows in here, it's a dry cow lick to give them all the minerals they need, ready for calving in 2 months. It's gonna be a challenge. That's that job done. Now it's let these cows on this track, and you're about to see some very happy animals. Happy livestock, happy farmer. Remember, first rule of farming, always shut the gate. Next job is to strip the yard, and then it is feed the side shed. That is a father trick if I've ever seen it. It's just lacking a cab, that thing.
You are my favorite place to go.
Looking at the positive side of the rain, it'll now make scraping up a lot better job. Sometimes you gotta look at the positive sides, because in winter it gets a bit horrible. Just think, without the rain, you never see a rainbow. There we go, bit of positivity for the day. Yes, I have a wet arse.
You are my favorite shade of rose, a flower bed.
Could really have done with a little bit more rain than we had, because now I've kind of smeared it everywhere instead of a good scrape. But you can guarantee one thing about dairy farming or the UK, it will rain again. Next job is going to be putting the bigger ones in the calf field, and get a bit too big there. Bed this up, put that trough there, and get some new stock in here. Jobs for the rest of the week for me is to muck that pen out, muck those 2 pens out. I've got a pen there, we muck them all to the front, and then we get the scrape tractor and just scrape it out. So whilst you're watching this, I'm probably mucking these pens out, so think about me. Look at this weather. I asked for rain, I got it. The next job of the day after lunch is to do paperwork of what has happened in the last couple of days. So we've had a couple of calves, we've had some services, and we've sold some calves off the farm, and we've got a couple of medical records. So now what we're going to do is plug it all to the computer. It's very exciting, but register everything. Everything born on the farm has to get a passport, so we have to register it to apply for the passport, and they have to have 2 tags in their ears as well. So this is a job before I start feeding calves and get ready for afternoon milking. The joys. Now it's foot bath, feed some calves, get cows in, start milking.
Well, heaven knows you're like water and like fire. You put me out, and I throw it up fire. But I know where you've been, what you're going to say. And I swear on my life, I'm not walking away.
check these guys from this morning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still have 6 in, nothing's escaped. We're doing pretty well. Pat on the back for the farmer today. Well done, Tom. So we're about to start milking. We're about to go for cows, set the parlour up, put the big fans on. They're very noisy, the big fans, but in the afternoon, in the parlour, it's so hot this time of year. These things are a bit too hot, so I change into a... Normally go to a t-shirt, it's a little bit cooler than a polo. No, I actually normally go to a vest, but I have no idea it is, so we're gonna have to be warm today. Like I say, everything is ready, everything is set up. All we gotta do is press the big green button. Ba-ding! There we go. Put big fans on. But it takes the flies off the cow's back and it keeps her a lot cooler in the parlour.
Sometimes, without a doubt, I'm blessed.
Slow milker.
And I know what I'd say about these stumbles and these sways. They made me realize I'm not walking away. Oh, you're a path to be around. Oh, but you're my solid ground. Oh, you're the only one who knows that when I say go, I'm hoping that you'll stay. Oh, I wouldn't change you at all. Oh, 'cause even though we both got our thoughts, oh, you're the only one I want, and I'm sticking by your side, whatever comes. And I promise you that I won't walk away.
So guys, that is the end of the video. That is a day in the life of a farmer. That's a day in the life of me. And we are doing this again for #Farm24 to celebrate the goodness that farmers do. I mentioned earlier about the Rock and Roller podcast and the Fieldwork podcast, and that is a podcast sector. And I thought in each sector, I'm going to do a little bit of a shout out to each people that I kind of follow or I've seen or could do a bit of a boost. So if you guys want to check them out, you can check them out. Well, I've even made a list. So what we've got here, I must have been tired before because I was slurring my words and I didn't put it out clearly. But what I want to do is give shout outs to people that I follow on different kind of platforms, and I wanted to do it clearly and properly. So the Rock and Roll and Field Talk, we've already spoken about those guys on the podcast. The Twitter kind of gauge is the Red Shepherdess, Hannah Jackson. I follow her. She did the SAS Channel 4 thing, so it's pretty incredible. And the other person I follow is James Robinson. He's on Instagram as well. I'll probably follow him more on Instagram. Don't really use Twitter too much. He has short-horn cows, they're really nice cows, and he's some cracking photos. So yeah, go check him out on Twitter and Instagram. The people on Instagram that I would go follow that I are really interested in what they're doing is Anna Trews, Irish farmer from Ireland. Ben Andrews, speak to him quite a lot on message. He's pretty cool. Found him like, what, 6 months ago? He has a cracking moustache. Go check him out. He's really cool. Ben Andrews. Girl about the farm. She just had a baby, Laura. She was at the British Farming Awards with me. Just had a baby, so really big congratulations to you. But yeah, she's really interested in great photos. I think she does a bit of a blog as well. YouTube. Done with YouTube, it's kind of like my thing, and I kind of know YouTube quite well. So what I've kind of done is segregate it into like 2 sections. People who are like loads of subscribers, doing really well, people that I would kind of follow and have followed, and then there is the pretty good... Tom, please turn it down a bit. So I've got a pretty big following on my YouTube, so the most I could do is kind of help other people out. I'm being a bit more quiet because Joe's upstairs. FunkyFarmer and George Saunders. Richard, the FunkyFarmer, I followed him to start with, and he's probably one of the reasons why I started doing videos. George Saunders, again, he's been doing like 7 years, and he's absolutely smashing it, as always. And someone else who's up and coming, who's done really, really well, I think he's close to 50,000, is Olly's farm. So he's come the past 12 months. He's probably grown like I've grown, doing really well, so go check him out. And last but not least, people who I've been watching lately, who are just up and coming. I think they're all below 10,000, except from one, is Farming Life Me. I watched his videos. He's just started harvest. Really interesting about it. I think he's going to do a run of the whole combine harvester, so that'll be really cool, and how it works. Farmer Phil, he is an Irish farmer and really straight talking, great videos he does, and then Farmer P as well. So yeah, that is the end, and we'll go back to in the field, so I'll stop waking my girlfriend up at 11:30. Guys, if you want to go check them out, go check them out, and their descriptions will be in below. Give them some love today, because it is Farm 24, we can spread the love. And again, if you hashtag Farm24 in an Instagram post and tag me in it, tag the Farm's Guardian in it as well, I will share my favourite on my story. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Get your TP merch at pembertonsfarmshop.co.uk/TP merch. Thank you very much. Cows out grazing that bit of fence that Dad picked up. We'll see you in a bit. See ya.